Light spilled from the open limousine like liquid gold, washing over the pavement as cameras crackled and popped, turning the night electric. She stepped out with effortless grace, her hand resting confidently on the arm of the man beside her. Her gown shimmered in pale platinum tones, clinging and flowing at once, as if designed to catch every lens. She laughed easily, a sound polished by years of practice, and the crowd responded with murmurs of approval. To anyone watching, she was radiant, certain, a woman who had chosen her future wisely and never looked back. Then her gaze lifted. At the top of the marble staircase, beyond the velvet barrier and the press of admirers, stood a face she had sealed away in memory. Her smile wavered, barely perceptible, before her steps slowed. The man with her continued forward, unaware, until she tightened her grip on his sleeve. She stopped entirely, heels fixed to the carpet, breath caught between disbelief and recognition. He stood alone, hands folded calmly, wearing a dark suit she once teased him for being too plain for events like this. His hair was cropped shorter now, his shoulders squared, his expression steady in a way she didn't remember. He wasn't scanning the crowd or acknowledging the cameras. He was looking at her. Just her. The noise faded. The distance between them felt impossibly small. She had promised herself she wouldn't think about him tonight. This gala was meant to celebrate her new life, new circles, new influence, new promises backed by wealth and applause. Her date leaned in, whispering reminders about photographers and posture, about smiling wider. She didn't hear him. The last time she had seen the man on the steps, he'd been in their kitchen, sleeves rolled up, voice trembling as he asked her not to leave. She had laughed then too, but it had been sharp, defensive. She'd told him she needed more excitement, more ambition, more than his careful plans could offer. Now he stood here, as if this world had always been meant for him. She forced herself to move. Each step toward the entrance weighted with memories she had buried too fast. As she passed him, the air shifted, like something unlocking deep inside her. "Hello," he said softly. The single word unraveled her. She turned to spite herself. "I didn't know you'd be here." "I was invited," he replied, a faint smile touching his lips. There was no triumph in it, no bitterness, only calm. Her companion shifted, sensing the tension. "Do you two know each other?" She hesitated, truth pressing hard against her chest. "We used to." The man nodded politely. "I'm Elias." They shook hands. The gesture was firm, professional, unmistakably final. Inside, chandeliers blazed and music swelled, but she felt him behind her like a presence she couldn't escape. All evening, she caught glimpses of him, talking easily with patrons, laughing with people who once overlooked him, standing comfortably in rooms she claimed would never open to him. Each sight cracked the stories she had told herself. When the noise became too much, she slipped out onto the terrace. The city stretched below, alive with lights. She didn't hear footsteps, but she knew when he joined her. "You look well," Elias said. "So do you," she replied, hating how quiet her voice sounded. They stood in silence, the familiar kind that once felt like home. She remembered late nights, shared dreams, the quiet certainty they were building something together. She had mistaken steadiness for stagnation. "I heard you left the firm," she said. "I did. Started my own foundation." He glanced at her. "Turns out patience pays better than chasing applause." The words weren't cruel, but they struck deep. She swallowed. "I thought you'd be angry." "I was," he admitted. "For a while. Then I realized I didn't lose you, because I wasn't enough. We just wanted different things back then." She thought of the man inside waiting for her, of a life that gleamed under spotlights but felt hollow in quiet moments. She thought of how easily she had dismissed what she once had. "I'm glad you're here," she said, surprising herself. "So am I," Elias replied. "Not because of you. Because I belong here now." Understanding settled over her, heavy and clear. The man she had left behind hadn't stayed behind at all. He had grown, quietly, without needing her to see it. When they returned inside, she slipped her arm back through her dates, but it felt different now, Lighter, temporary. As she passed Elias on the way to her table, he met her eyes and gave a gentle nod, like closing a chapter without regret. The cameras flashed again, capturing her smile. But beneath it, something had shifted. She had arrived to prove she had moved on. She left knowing exactly what she had lost and what he had found without her.